Hey friends, welcome back to the Debt Sucks podcast, where we talk about real money, real messes, and real plans that actually work. I'm your host, Ben Matthews, bankruptcy attorney, debt slayer, and the guy who believes that a new year isn't a fresh start unless you make it one. So let's be real, this is that weird week between Christmas and the New Year where nobody knows what day it is. We're all living off leftovers, and your bank account looks like it went through a minor natural disaster. Today, we're diving into 7 steps to get your money ready for the new year. And yeah, we're going to talk about recovering from that holiday hangover, both financial and emotional. Step 1, review the wreckage or celebrate the win. Pull up your December spending. I know it's scary, but look anyway. If you stayed within your budget, paid cash, or used savings, celebrate that. That's huge. You just gave yourself a head start. Now reflect on how well you gifted. If you took the time to give thoughtful, meaningful presents, regardless of the cost, you probably saw more appreciation than you expected. It's usually the personal touch that makes a gift memorable, not the price tag. Whether it was a homemade coupon, a heartfelt letter, or a DIY project, those are the gifts that truly resonate. But if, on the other hand, you got a little swipe happy, hey, it happens. Don't avoid the numbers. Awareness beats avoidance every time. This isn't about shame, it's about information. You can't fix what you won't face. So whether December ended in a surplus or a "what did I just do" moment, start with the truth. That's your baseline. Step 2, do a brutally honest money breakdown. If you haven't done this before, here's the deal. It's not a fancy budget, it's a gut check. You can grab the free form at debtsucks.info, and trust me, it's worth it. The idea is simple. You look at everything coming in and everything going out. Income, expenses, debt payments, subscriptions, impulse buys, you name it. This way you can see what's really happening to your money. We all have those moments where we say, I didn't spend that much. But when you actually break it down, it's a whole different story. Once you see the real numbers, you can start making decisions instead of excuses. You can't plan next year's goals if you don't know where this year's money went. And remember, this doesn't hurt to do every few months or even once a month. In fact, it'll help you stay on track and make adjustments before you get too deep into bad habits. So grab the form, be honest, and let the numbers talk. Step 3, build or refill your shit happens fund. Because you know what? Shit still happens in January. The car battery dies, the heat pump quits, and of course the kid catches the flu right when you least expect it. It's like the universe has a way of reminding you that life doesn't care about your plans for a fresh start. Even $500 set aside can keep you from reaching for a high-interest credit card when life goes sideways. And hey, if you drained your shit happens fund for Christmas presents, no one's going to punish you for using it, okay? I mean, you're not getting a ticket for improper use of emergency funds. It's called life. Plus, you're not alone. Just refill it first before you go chasing those shiny new goals. That cushion is your financial seatbelt. It's what keeps you from slamming into a wall when things go off track. So before you start making grand plans for the year, make sure you've got that emergency fund back up. Now, a virtual high five to everyone who didn't touch their shit happens fund for holiday shopping. Congrats, you're ahead of the game. Your future self is going to thank you when that car battery dies in the middle of January. And you don't have to panic about finding the cash. Step 4, update your rock pile. Pull out the form, list your debts, balances, interest rates, minimum payments, and face them head on. This is where you get real with your finances. If you overspent this December, add that new balance right to the pile. Don't pretend it's not there. It's part of your journey, and it has to be dealt with. But if you handle the holidays like a pro, high five to you. This is your moment to see how far you've come. Maybe it's time to pick the next rock to crush, whether it's paying off that small balance or tackling the big one. And speaking of crushing debt, here's where you find your hammer. That's the bit of extra money you've got tucked away, maybe from cutting back or setting aside a little extra for the month, that you can put towards your debt. This is what you use to hit your debt hard, pay it off faster, and keep gaining ground. Remember, every time you face your debt, you take back power. So grab your rock pile, find that hammer, and let's start smashing. Step 5, pick your 2026 money move. Now let's get this straight. One big move, not 10 goals, not a wish list that includes become a millionaire or buy a mansion, unless you're planning on winning the lottery tomorrow, in which case, call me. Right? You need one priority. Maybe it's paying off a credit card. Maybe it's building your Shit Happens fund up to $1,000. Maybe it's finally starting your pile driver plan and actually using that hammer you've been talking about. Be specific. Write it down. You can't just say, I want to do better with money. What does that even mean? Are you going to take your savings out to a fancy dinner and say, thanks for your service? No, get specific. Here's the deal. When you chase everything, you finish nothing. You can't be everywhere at once, so focus on one thing. Pick one target and pile drive it like your bank account depends on it. Because, well, spoiler alert, it does. So pick your one big move for the year. Write it down and get after it. Just make sure it's something realistic. Buy a private island isn't allowed. Well, not yet anyway. Step 6, set up your systems. Now let me be honest with you. There's one person in my life who keeps making my money difficult. It's me. Yeah, that's right. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to handling my money. I make impulsive decisions, forget things, and end up needing a lifeline. But here's the thing. Systems protect my money from me. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for most people. So here's the deal. Make good habits automatic. Set up those systems to protect yourself from your own bad days. Direct deposit a small amount into savings. You won't even miss it, but your future self will thank you when you're not scrambling for cash. Set up auto pay for minimums. That way, even if you forget your bills, they still get paid. Your future self will thank you again, and your creditors will stop calling. Schedule calendar reminders for monthly check-ins. A little nudge to review your finances can go a long way, especially when you'd rather be doing literally anything else. Remember, good systems make smart decisions automatic and bad decisions inconvenient. If you don't have to think about doing the right thing, you're way more likely to actually do it. And when systems are in place, you protect your money from, well, you. Step 7, plan for fun and forgiveness. This is where most people blow it. They go into full-on restriction mode and then crack by February. You need some joy money. Budget for something fun, something guilt-free. Otherwise, your plan feels like punishment, not progress. And forgiveness, that's for my December overspenders. If you went a little nuts over the holidays, forgive yourself. But don't ignore it. Make a plan, use the rock pile method, and pay it off faster than you promised. Every dollar you throw at it is one less stressor in your life. And every debt you crush gives you proof that you can recover. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from persistence. All right, let's hit a listener question because this one made me laugh out loud when I read it. This is from Leah in North Carolina, and she writes, Ben, I've been listening for a while, and you always say debt sucks. But in a recent episode, you said you can use debt responsibly. Did you really mean that? Or were you just being nice to those people who already have loans? That's a great question, Leah, and yes, I meant it. Debt can be used responsibly, but most people don't. It's like fire. Used right, it heats your house. Used wrong, it burns it down. There's nothing wrong with a reasonable mortgage or a modest car loan you can afford. That's intentional debt. It's tied to stability or value. What's dangerous is using debt emotionally to buy peace, status, or escape. That's how people end up sitting across from me in my bankruptcy office. So yes, you can use debt responsibly if you're intentional, disciplined, and honest about your limits. But if you've already got it, work the rock pile method and pay it off faster than you promised. That's how you turn responsible debt into real freedom.
Hey, let's get real for a sec. The Debt Sucks plan, it's awesome. It works. but not everyone has the time or the patience to chip away at their financial Mount Everest. Maybe you're drowning right now, like creditors calling your grandma, paycheck gone before it lands, sleepless nights counted drowning. Sound familiar? Listen, you don't have to white-knuckle your way through this alone. Instead of spending years battling debt $1 at a time, I've got you. Bankruptcy isn't a failure, it's a fresh start. And sometimes hitting reset is the smartest thing you can do. At my law firm here in South Carolina, we take the time to listen to your story and help you figure out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you. No pressure, no judgment, just straight answers and real solutions. And if you don't live in South Carolina, don't worry. I can connect you with a trusted attorney in your state. Wherever you are, help is closer than you think. So if you're ready to stop the stress and start fresh, visit debtsucks.info to share a little about your situation or call my office for a free consultation. Let's find your path forward together, because sometimes you don't need a plan, you need a damn lifeline. Let me be that lifeline.
All right, let's wrap this up. Here are your 7 steps to get your money ready for the new year. 1. Review the wreckage or celebrate the win. 2. Do a brutally honest money breakdown. 3. Refill your shit happens fund. 4. Update your rock pile. 5. Pick one big money goal. 6. Set up systems that make good habits automatic. 7. Plan for fun and forgiveness. A new year isn't magic, but it is momentum. Don't wait for motivation. Build it by taking one smart step this week. You can grab the rock pile form and brutally honest money breakdown for free at debtsucks.info. They're your roadmap for clarity and control. No gimmicks, just progress. If this episode helped you, do me a favor, subscribe, share, or leave a review wherever you listen. It helps more people find their footing and start the year strong. Because remember, adulting is hard, debt makes it harder. But you've got this. Until next time, stay grounded, stay weird, and stay in control, my friends.